Hello team, as was requested, let's crochet bag from T-shirt yarn. On some resources it's called T-shirt yarn, on another one it's fabric yarn, but it's particularly the same, so no worries about this. For today's bag we will need hook 8 mm and also two items of the yarn, and I will leave all links in the description down below for all items I'm using here. And also today we will need stitch marker. We need to left maybe 1 meter of yarn and then start to crochet our first row. As all rows we will do just one loop and knot in it to start our row. Now we have two ends of our yarn, one of them 1 meter and another one is attached to the whole bunch of yarn. To start our row we might put the shortest one end of our yarn over the hook and then take the second one end and take it through both of loops we now have on our hook. So I will show again how to do so a little bit slower. We take our short end, put all around the hook and then take the second end through both of these loops. We might do 23 this kind of stitches. Just showing again for more clarity how to do the stitches. We will take the shortest yarn over the hook and then take the longest one end over both of loops on our hook. "23 stitches done. At this point we just forgot about our short end. We just leave it and we return to this end a little bit later. Made one loop and then put a stitch marker on it. So what we are doing for our second row, we have our first row done, and now we will put our hook inside each stitch of our first row, which in the end on the hook we still will receive two loops from the first row, like total 3, because we already have loop on a hook, and then taking our end through both loops and then again through both left loops, just like single crochet. Yeah, just like single crochet. doing 21 single crochet in the same way. One loop left, and in this one loop we will put 3 single crochet. Then we continue making 21 simple single crochet in each loop, 1 single crochet. Now we have 2 loops left on our second of our second row to do, and in first of these lefted loops we will put just 1 simple single crochet, and in the next one we will put 2 more single crochet because already 1 single crochet already there, and as a result on both ends of our base of the bag we will receive 3 single crochet in one stitch. To end the second row, we leave a long loop. We take out our stitch marker, and on that place where the stitch marker was, we put our hook from a different side as we usually putting our hook, and then we take this long loop left from our crochet through this hole using our hook, and after that, just a moment, give me a couple minutes, I will do this. Yeah, done. After this we will take our hook out and we put hook inside the loop we're receiving from the loop taken through that hole, and then we will take our long end of the yarn through these both stitches to make a little end or knot. To begin the third row, we will do one loop, then we will do in the loop we already have from a previous row 1 single crochet, and then another one, and the next loop we also will do 2 single crochet, and then we will continue our row with 21 single crochet, just 1 single crochet in one loop. Uh, on the second side of our base, where it's our yellow stitch marker, we finishing making 21 single crochet, and then we will do 3 repeats of increases, or just start doing 3 times or 2 single crochet in each loop. And to finishing our third row, we continue to doing 21 single crochet. Here we are near our orange stitch marker. We still need to do 21st one single crochet, and then one loop left in which we might put 2 single crochet. The same scheme to enter the third row. We will leave a long loop, then take out the stitch marker, put from the different side our hook, take the long end of the loop through the loop where now our hook is, and then put hook inside the loop we just received from throwing our long loop, and taking long loop also on the hook, and just pulling our end to make it look a little bit nicer, and then take our end through it. And now our first one row will begin. So please focusing. Yeah, done. What we are doing now, we have 3 loops from 3 different rows we receiving, and instead of putting our hook to the previous row, third one, we will put our hook and take yarn through the second row, and then through the first one row. And after that, we're receiving 3 loops on our hook, and we will take yarn through all of them, because in a previous row we did increase 3 increases. That's why now we might put and take a yarn through the same loop we just did, and then we put again in the same loop we did from the first row, and make a loop through all 3 of them. So now our 2 loops are done, and then we have one more loop which are going to the same loop from the second row. So that's why we will put our hook to this loop twice, and then already 4 times to the same loop from the previous row. At this point, we start our usual normal row with our 21 repeats. We will do one loop from the previous row, one loop from the previous row, and now we have 3 loops on a hook, and then we take yarn through all of them, and we repeat the same pattern 21 times. Just to showing again how we do our first one row, we take the yarn from the loop from the previous row and then from the previous row, and then take our main yarn through all of them. At this point, we already reached that point where we might to do 6 like this kind of stitches in one loop from our first row. Again, don't forget that we will put like the 2 loops in the same loop from the second row and 6 one from the first row. Again, I will show whole process on a video just to don't confuse you as much as possible. Now, when we did our 6 difficult one, we continue making 21 simple one, this kind of stitches. And we nearly there are just one loop left. It's our 21st one stitch in this row. We finishing this pattern, and then we still need to do 2 more stitches. As you remember, we already did 4 of our 6 one on both ends, and there are just 2 left. At this point, I might to say that probably you already noticed that in one side of my base, I did I put 6 stitches in one loop, and on another side we now doing I put in 8 stitches in the same loop. It's my bad, it's completely my bad, because I miss somewhere this loop, and it's too confusing probably for you, but yes, it's my bad, and you might receiving 6 like loops on both sides of the base and not 8 one, sorry. And we're finishing our first one row in the same way. We take a little bigger loop, then it takes through a different way via hook with hook, sorry, and then we put our hook and take this long end through the like loop we are receiving from making this loop through loops. Really pathetic explanation, but I really hope that on video it's much clearer and much understandable. And we are done. We done our base for our bag. At this point we can make a final loop, just simple one, and then enjoy your result. It's over. You're a great team. You did a wonderful job. And the second video will be right there, or if you're watching a little bit time after this video was published, So please click in here and enjoy the continuing your process. So thank you for watching this video.